Hello everyone, it is me, CATLOAFMAN, and today we're going to be making a tier list of all of the weapon kits in Splatoon 3. This is going to be, obviously, my opinion, so if you disagree with me, I'd love to hear your opinion in the comments. But before we get to main weapons, which do play a big part, something that plays almost a bigger part, well no, it definitely doesn't play a bigger part, what am I talking about, is special weapons. So we're going to rank the special weapons first. Alright, so now that we got the specials out of the way, that was quite a bit, so let's move on to main weapons. And in the bad tier, now remember, this is my opinion, bad tier is pretty much just going to be the outclassed weapons. And to no one's surprise, really, we're going to be putting vanilla undercover and vanilla dapple dualies. I don't need to say vanilla, there's no variants yet. But dapple's both of these weapons are very lackluster weapons, main weapons. Undercover umbrella really doesn't put that much pressure on the opponent because it can't actually deal damage, and its shield just does not work sometimes. And dapples, they're just so... the range is everything. Dapples do not have it. And these kits do not help. Ink Mine does not help. I don't care. If you want Reef's Slider spam too, on Undercover, use Aerospray. If you want a good weapon with Reef Slider, use Tetra Dualies. I don't see the reason to use Undercover Umbrella. It's really sad. And Dapple Dualies, the Beacon, I mean, the Beacon kind of works with it. It's not amazing, though. And it has the cheapest tactical in the game. It's 180p, and most other specials are 200p. So I guess you could say this is the most amount of tacticalers you're going to get out. But, I mean, if you really want a good tactical weapon, use Dynamo or Enzap. Like, it's just, why are you using this weapon? And actually, to some people's surprise, I'm not done with the bad tier. I'm going to put the Tri-Stringer and the Splattershot Jr. here. Now, I know you're thinking, what? The new weapon and the Splattershot Jr. in bad tier? What are you talking about? Now, I think these weapons do have some good aspects to them, but they're not good enough to be put a tier higher. I think they're still very bad weapons. So the Tri-Stringer, it doesn't paint really that well. It can paint if you're willing to be extremely vulnerable and not look at your opponent, but it's pretty bad. And it contests with Charger, which doesn't paint well, but it can paint for itself. And yeah, just comparing this thing to Charger is so sad. Its kits even, like Charger doesn't have the most amazing kit, which I'll talk about later, but Killer Whale 5.1, it's okay. Toxic Mist, I can kind of see where they're going with it, but it's not helped by its kit. And now Splattershot Jr., Big Bubbler spam. I don't know what they were doing giving Big Bubbler to Splattershot Jr. I get it, you know, it's had Bubbler and Armor in the past 2 games. Gotta keep on the tradition. I don't understand it. Like, Splat Bomb is, you know, okay. Junior's just not an amazing main weapon. And Bubble Spam, I don't really think, at least for now, it doesn't seem to be that useful. And there's other options for Bubbles, including Blaster or Roller. Like, it just doesn't... I don't see any reason why you would pick Junior. They're just better options. Now for rough but usable, we'll put Blaster and... where are you? Get the other Blaster up here. Luna Blaster with Zipcaster is good, but I mean, it's just hard outclassed by Zipcaster. Like, excuse me, Octobrush. Octobrush has Zipcaster, and Octobrush is the better main weapon when it comes to things like this. I do think Luna is alright. I think Luna is a solid main weapon. It's just rough. Like, it's outclassed, but... and Zipcaster isn't the most amazing special anyway. Also, for Blaster, Autobomb, I mean, it's okay. Big Bubbler, it's okay. It can actually capitalize off of Big Bubbler because it has a threatening one-shot, but it's not as good as Roller. So, I mean, I don't really see why you would use these weapons. Well, I can see why you would use these weapons, but there are better options still. Just a reminder really quick, I do think if you like Dapples or Undercover or Tri-Stringer, that's totally fine. I personally actually quite like Undercover Umbrella, but I'm just saying there are better options, and these are the weakest currently. So Rapid Blaster has Ink Mine and Triple Ink Strike. Slosher and Umbrella are better Triple Ink Strikes currently. I don't see why you would use Rapid over them. And Ink Mine, it'll be nice on Rapid until you don't have map control, then you're kind of screwed. And now for the semi-automatics, let's get you in here. H3 and L3. Now, obviously these weapons are being hurt in this game because they don't have MPU, but they got pretty lackluster kits, if you ask me. Like, L3, it has Curling Bomb and, let's see if I remember, Crab Tank, I think? Yeah, Crab Tank is cool for it, I get that. And Curling Bomb is okay, but L3 is amazing with a Burst Bomb. It kind of needs a Burst Bomb. Without a Burst Bomb, it really hurts it. And for H3, it has Point Sensor. You know, I think Point Sensor is going to be the worst sub in the game in Splatoon 3. But it does have Tacticooler, which it might boost it up a little bit, but they just better Tacticooler options. And now for Carbon, let's get you up here. Same deal with L3. Doesn't have Burst Bomb. It has Auto Bomb and Zipcaster. I don't know why they're giving Zipcaster so many short-range weapons. Like, I kind of get it. But at the same time, wouldn't it be cool if you gave Zipcaster to something like a longer range weapon? Like, imagine Zipcaster on Splattershot Pro. Think about that for a second. All the vulnerability from Zipcaster of getting close to somebody is gone because you have at least some decent range. Imagine something like 96 cal. That'd be cool. But then no, they're giving it to short range weapon. I genuinely don't know why. Once Carbon gets its Burst Bomb back, hopefully, Carbon will be actually a decent weapon. Carbon without Burst Bomb? Yeah. Just doesn't work that well. And, well, let's get another weapon out of the way. Where is it? Squiffer. Here you are. Squiffer has Point Sensor and Big Bubbler. If somebody gets in your Big Bubbler, a Squiffer fighting someone at close range is not the most amazing thing. Squiffer also does not have MPU in this game, so it doesn't have amazing range or painting abilities. And plus Point Sensor, extremely lackluster sub. And yeah, Squiffer, I know you have the better gimmick than GooTuber, but I actually think GooTuber is going to be better in this game. Let's get a bucket. Bloblobber's kit is so weird. It has Sprinkler and Inkstorm. Bloblobber's a great main weapon. It's just Sprinkler and Inkstorm doesn't really want to fit in with what Blob wants to do. Now let's knock out the rest of this tier. Where are you, Nautilus? There you are. Nautilus, it has Inkstorm and Point Sensor. And Heavy Splatling has Sprinkler and Wavebreaker. Wavebreaker, Splatling, Heavy Splatling, I wish it was good. It's just outclassed by Charger and stuff like that. So, yeah, kind of stinks to be Heavy Splatling. And Nautilus, oh my goodness, Nautilus players. I feel sorry for your kit. Point Sensor and Inkstorm, ugh. Yeah, hopefully, well, if you don't know, Nautilus is supposed to be an aggressive weapon. Point Sensor and Inkstorm, not aggressive. And now we move on to the could be better tier. Now this one is quite big, so we'll start off with the Aerospray. I think Aerospray is actually halfway decent in this game. Still has a lot of problems, but its kit carries it. Fizzy Bomb and Reef Slider, really good. The only thing is you can't really capitalize off the Reef Slider, so if you miss and the person gets splash damage off the Reef Slider, you're not a weapon that's gonna finish them off. You deal the least amount of damage in the game. So Aerospray could be better. Sploosh. So Sploosh has Curling Bomb and Ultra Stamp. Ultra Stamp, really lackluster weapon, but the thing with Ultra Stamp and Sploosh, they go really well together in the mode of Rainmaker, because it's a very high damage per second. It's very similar to the Sploosh 7 kit in Splatoon 2, although that had Splat Bomb instead of Curling Bomb, but I think Curling Bomb is really good for Sploosh. Definitely not as good as Splat Bomb, at least when it comes into Rainmaker, but Sploosh doesn't have that amazing range, and Curling Bomb will help to close the gap. Alright, let's get two more weapons up here. We got the Pro and Clash. Now, I know it may be surprising, and I actually really like the Splattershot Pro. I think Line Marker and Crab Tank are really good on it. The thing is Pro has to deal with Squeezer, the all-around much better Wayne Mappin, and Squeezer has an amazing kit of Splash Wall and Trizuka. So yeah, it's really outclassed. I think if you want an easier weapon, I mean, Pro is there for you. I don't know, it's good. I don't think it's a bad weapon, but I think with a better kit, this could actually be a good weapon. And Clash has Splat Bomb and Crab Tank. It's a good Crab Tank weapon. It gives Clash some nice range and a bit of painting power. And Splat Bomb, you know, is very useful for Clash. We didn't really get to see too much of it in Splatoon 2 because it was on the vanilla kit, which stinked because it had Stingray. But I think Splat Bomb on Clash is good. I do wish this thing would get Torpedo, though. Like, imagine that. That'd be so terrifying. Annoying sub, annoying main weapon. Alright, so now let's knock out a couple more. We got Range Blaster. Where are you? brushes. We got Octobrush, and I cannot find you. This feels like looking for an actual ink brush. There you are. So, Range Blaster, Suction Bomb, not the greatest bomb for it. I do think Range Blaster will be ridiculously good in this game. Well, actually, let's put Range Blaster in great. I think Range Blaster has the potential to be really good in this game because of Intensify Action, reduces your jump RNG. This weapon, if it gets a good kit, well, actually, I'm not going to put it up there, but if this weapon gets something like Reef Slider, Splat Bomb, oh my goodness, this weapon could be busted. But right now, this kit, it's a little lackluster. Wavebreaker does combo with it, but Wavebreaker is not the most amazing special, so I'm putting it here. Inkbrush and Octobrush, yeah, Octobrush is pretty good. It has a good Zipcaster niche. I do think that Zipcaster not being the best, like, kind of hurts it. And Suction Bomb, you know, it's pretty good. Inkbrush is pretty solid, actually. Splat Bomb is really good for it. We just didn't get to see too much of it because it was on the worst kit in Splatoon 2. The thing is it has Killer Whale 5.1, which is good. I think that works, but I do think Inkbrush gets something better. Alright, so Bamboo and could be better tier. Yeah, Bamboo without MPU, it definitely is going to hurt it. I think Bamboo is like one of the better chargers. It has amazing range, decent paint, and a ridiculous kill time. Like, Bamboo is a lot better than you think, even without MPU. But Autobomb and Killer Whale 5.1, it's not amazing. And GoTuber, yes, I know, it is kind of a lackluster main weapon. It was kind of a lackluster main weapon in Splatoon 2, but in Splatoon 3, Squiffer has a garbage kit. GoTuber might actually be decent in this game because it has torpedo and missiles. I mean, they must have heard that we think GoTuber is bad and gave it one of the best kits. Like, GoTuber's also not that bad. Sure, holding a charge longer is not the most amazing gimmick, especially when you compare it to full charge in the air with Squiffer. I think GoTuber is actually better than people give it credit for. I had forgotten how many are in this tier. So X-Blosher, Tri-Slosher. Yeah, so X-Blosher has Point Sensor and Inkstorm. I can get what they're going. I kind of get what they're going for with the Point Sensor and X-Blosher, because X-Blosher does benefit from knowing where people are because it has such a large amount of splash damage. Yeah, I think it's solid. I think Point Sensor kind of hurts it, but I mean, I don't know any other sub that would have been better. I'm trying to think, maybe Beacons. Beacons would be pretty good, actually. Anyways, Tri-Slosher. Tri-Slosher has Toxic Mist and Inkjet. Yeah, Tri-Slosher is an insane main weapon, but that kit is not my favorite. I don't know, it's just missing something. Alright, where is it? I can't find it. Oh, dough. Mini Splatling. It was because it was too small, of course. Mini Splatling, right here. Mini Splatling has Burst Bomb, which is good on Mini, but the thing is it has Stamp. And yes, that means this Mini Splatling is definitely going to be the very aggro Mini Splatling. But Stamp, you know, is not that good. And now, I debated this. No, okay, I'm putting it up here for now. Early great tier, yay. Okay, Hydra is amazing. I played Hydra with Booyah Bomb. Oh my goodness, Hydra feels amazing. No, okay. I just remembered Hydra's not that amazing. Man, Hydra's so fun, but Autobomb kind of hurts it. Like, why did you give Bomb to a Hydra? I don't understand it. Booyah Bomb is really good on it, I think. It does have to compete with other displacement specials like missiles, which will break Booyah Bomb. And so I think that hurts it a bit, but overall, I think Hydra's really good. I'm going to put it back in great. This is my opinion. I get to put it wherever I want. Now I get to be sad. Brella. Brella in this game. It needs some buffs. Its damage needs to be increased. Consistently hitting an enemy 4 or 3 times to splat them is not fun with Brella. It needs a very consistent 2-shot. Yes, I know you can get 2 shots with Brella, but when someone's walking around and they're moving around and they have a tactical or drink, it's hard to get a consistent 2 shots. Brella and the licensing, which I'm not factoring in right now, Brella, it's so sad because this is my favorite weapon of all time. I'm hoping, please, Nintendo, if you're listening, Torpedo would do wonders for this thing. Or Burst Bomb. Like, if you don't want to buff the damage, Burst Bomb might do it. Make this weapon once again, the king of main weapons. And now let's get this out of the way. Where are you? Charger. There you go. I'm not going to rank the scope charger. Charger has an interesting kit. I think Splat Bomb is good defensively, but Ink Vac, it works way better on Tenterbrella because you don't... Tenterbrella uses Ink Vac where it normally plays, whereas Charger has to go up front to use it. I just think also Ink Vac is not the greatest special of all time. So yeah, Charger, not the best kit. And now, let's get the controversial ones maybe. I don't know if this is controversial. I think Stamp should have got anything but Zipcaster. Like, let me think. What would be good? Crab Tank on Stamp would be amazing. Just Zipcaster, I mean, it's weird because it's on a heavy weapon, but I don't know. I think this is could be a really good main weapon. But yeah, and this Splatoon Wiper, this weapon is super hard. It's really fun. But Torpedo, I mean, it kind of works on it, and Stamp, again, not amazing. So yeah, kind of sad this special it got. Hopefully maybe Stamp will be good. Like, it'll get some buffs, and all the Stamp weapons will be actually good. But right now, Splatoon Wiper, in my opinion, could be a lot better. And now let's get into Great Tier. With Great Tier, we'll put the Splatter Shot. I think Trizuka is really good, and Suction Bomb is amazing. I think Splatter Shot, if it had Burst Bomb again, could be even better. But I think Splatter Shot is really solid. Now let's get, where are you? Can't find it. Ah, there it is, 96 gal. 96 with Intensify Action, you can jump. You still have RNG issues, but you don't have as much jump RNG issues. So in this game, I think 96 will be better. Sprinkler, not amazing. But Tacticooler is. I think this could be a solid support option that can also play pretty aggro. Alright, let's get two weapons out of the way. Where are you? Jet and Rapid Blaster Pro, I think? I think Line Marker is interesting on Jet. It doesn't sound that amazing. I mean, Line Marker does have amazing range. It outranges even the E-Liter scope. But I don't think it's like the best thing for it. But Vac, oh, it's beautiful on it. Because Vac encourages to play closer to its teammates. Which is the biggest problem it had in Splatoon 2. It had Tentamists and Stingray. The things you want to use as far away from the battle as possible. Oh, and Rapid Blaster Pro, it has Toxic Mist and Tacticooler, I think. It has Ink Vac, sorry. Ink Vac, I think that's really just a solid kit. I don't have too much to say about it. It's really, really good. And now let's get the rest of the rollers out of the way because, yeah. Dynamo has Tacticooler and Sprinkler. Tacticooler very good, Sprinkler kind of meh. MPU kind of hurts this weapon now. Flingza has Missiles and Ink Mine. I think Ink Mine and Missiles are really good for it. Roller, this actually has a good kit. Curling Bomb and Big Bubbler. I debated putting this in the Amazing tier. Oops. I debated putting this in the Amazing tier because I think I have that much faith in Curling Bomb and Big Bubbler being good on Roller. Like, the sub and special synergy is probably some of the best we have seen for rollers. Only being outclassed by the Carbon Roller from Splatoon 1, which had Burst Bomb and Ingazuka. That was really good. But I think this is probably like second best kit for rollers I've ever got. E-Liter, where are you? There you go. E-Liter has Wavebreaker, really good for E-Liter, and Mine, which is amazing for Liter. No shock. E-Liter's amazing weapon. Yeah, not really much to say. Now let me get the rest of this tier out of the way. So we have Ballpoint, V-Doolies, Galuga-Doolies, Tenterbrella. So, yeah, I think Ballpoint has kind of a weird kit. I think it works, though. Ballpoint has Fizzy Bomb and Inkjet, which makes Ballpoint less of a backline, more of an aggressive weapon. But Ballpoint did really need some painting power, so Fizzy Bomb helps it a lot. V-Doolies has Crab Tank and Suction Bomb. Very good. It keeps it alive with the Crab Tank and some long-distance pressure. And the Suction Bomb is pretty decent on Splat Doolies. Burst Bomb probably would be better, but pretty solid. The Galuga Doolies, man. Galuga Doolies got Wall and Booyah Bomb. They got the Kenta 52 gal kit, and you might think that's broken. In my eyes, I think Galugas needed it. Galugas, they need Wall to protect themselves because they're so vulnerable, and Booyah Bomb helps protect themselves even more and gives it some painting power. However, Galuga can not really play supportively like a 52, and it can't paint like a 52, so I don't think it will be as problematic. Tenebrella has Ink Vac and Beacon. Tenebrella is a very good beacon weapon, and Ink Vac just works with Tenebrella. I don't know exactly how to describe it. It just works. And now for the amazing tier, and yeah, take a look at all these weapons we got here. We got some things that are not shooters, yay! So first, Splashomatic. Splashomatic has Burst Bomb and Crab Tank. At first I was disappointed it didn't have Zipcaster from that trailer, but oh my goodness. Crab Tank I think is amazing, and Splashomatic, sure it'll be hurt by no MPU, but Burst Bomb helps it a lot. For NZAP, this is your Tacticooler weapon. Suction Bomb and Tacticooler are amazing. Do I need to say anything? No, I don't. NZAP is an amazing weapon. Okay, moving on. Let's get 52 up here. 52 has Wall, which is ridiculous for it. And it has Killer Whale. Now, Killer Whale is a tiny bit lackluster, but I think it works for Killer Whale. Or it works for 52. And 52 is just a ridiculous main weapon anyways. So, yeah. Squeezer, let's get you out of the way. Squeezer. This is the best. I think this is the best main weapon in the game. It has so much range, a painting mode, perfect jump accuracy. Now, its kit even helps it more. It has Splash Wall and Trizooka. I can't think of a better kit they could have given it. Maybe Splat Bomb, maybe. But yeah, that's a really good kit. It's just why I put Pro so low, because Squeezer, it's just better in pretty much every way. And now let's get the buckets. So Slosher and Machine. So Slosher has Splat Bomb and Tri-Strike, which this is my second favorite weapon in the game, but right up there with Brella. Slosher is so fun in this game. Like, yes, Splat Bomb is not as amazing as Burst Bomb, but it's not broken. So, and Tri-Strike, this is like one of the best Tri-Strike weapons. I do think Brella can spam Tri-Strike more, but Slosher is really good with it. It just works. I don't really know how to describe it. And Machine. Machine got Fizzy and Booyah Bomb. Machine was good already, even when it had Splashdown and Fizzy. Imagine if it gave it one of the best specials in the game. I'm genuinely scared about Machine. Like, I think this has the best kit out of all of the weapons here. Now let's get Dualies, the Tetra Dualies, and the Dualie Squelchers. Let's get Dualie Squelchers out of the way first. Dualie Squelchers do not need MPU in this game, so the Splat Bomb actually works with it. It also has Wave Breaker, which yes, isn't amazing, but it really helps you control the fight, which Dualie Squelchers already pretty much control every fight because they're moving around like a crazy person. But Wave Breaker makes it even more chaotic. And Tetra Dualies has Auto Bomb, which not amazing, could be better. But Reef Slider on Tetra Dualies. Tetra Dualies have never really had a special. Reef Slider, it's amazing. I genuinely think Tetra Dualies will be meta in this game. But that's my opinion. Share with me your thoughts on this in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. And just, of course, realize this is before the game came out, but this is after I played the Splatfest premiere. So with that in mind, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is CATLOAFMAN, and I'll see you in the next one.